त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Welcome to Learn to Meditate. My name is Chris, and today we've got an interesting program for you where we can all go a little bit deeper inwards to ourselves. We'll be talking about the Kundalini awakening. We'll be just doing the affirmations that if you watched a program of Sahaja Yoga before, you'd know what we'll be going through. It's just the affirmations that we use for beginners to raise the Kundalini. And we'll also have 2 talks of Shri Mataji, and between those 2 talks we'll play a raga that's applicable to the Saraswara chakra. So raga will help open the chakra up. And then we'll close off the meditation, and then we'll play some outro music, which is some music about the Kundalini, which has some subtitles, which you can listen to. It's very nice. So, I mean, the journey of Sahaja Yoga starts with the awakening of Kundalini. And then we meditate in silence. And that meditation allows the Kundalini to rise and work, clearing our subtle system. And that contributes to improving our meditation and improving our general well-being and our spiritual well-being. And so a question that we might ask is, how do we sustain that Kundalini awakening? That Kundalini may go down through the stresses of life, and you have to get it up again. And so the process is not it's effortless, but it requires your desire and your application. And you may be an individual because of your own particular permutations and combinations of issues within yourself that you may not feel the vibration. So you may need to do something to clear the Vishuddhi chakra, which is connected to the our ability to feel the vibrations. So if that chakra is out a little bit, you may not feel it so well. You may feel the catches in your chakras where they are, like on your heart or on your Vishuddhi, but you may not feel them. And one way of resolving or helping to resolve that is to clear the Vishuddhi chakra, and we can do that by rubbing olive oil on our hands, on each of the fingers. There's a very good video on the Scandinavian YouTube channel, Scandinavian Sahaja Yoga YouTube channel, where you can learn how to massage your hands. And if you have a problem where the Kundalini is going down, not rising, I think Shri Mataji says, you can wash your feet regularly, or foot soaking is a sort of a washing your feet, or you could rub oil or massage your feet with oil, which may help with that particular problem. So, I mean, the thing is, though, is your awakening, the desire to go deeper and inward, to get the Kundalini to be a bigger aspect of your life than it is when you first started. So it's all encompassing, and then it's to surrender the Kundalini, the work of the Kundalini, and that's assisted by your meditation and your corrective practices like saying affirmations. So I think that's it. I think things will be said better by Shri Mataji in the videos. So let's raise our Kundalini. Tie 1 knot. Second time, tie 2 knots. Third time, tie 3 knots. And then we do a bandhan, and 1 for each chakra. So there's 7 main chakras. So that's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now we'll put both of those hands, so we just do balancing by placing our left and right hand towards the Mother Earth or on the Mother Earth. We just ask the Mother Earth to establish our innocence, to affirm our innocence. And our humility in doing. Or being in meditation. And we always ask the Mother Earth to balance us, balance our left and right, our emotions and actions and thoughts, so we can be in the center. Like the Mother Kundalini, the Mother Earth is caring, nurturing. She wants us to be part of her, to be in tune with her. Mother Earth, please give us balance. All right, now take your left hand and place it palm upwards on your left lap. Then take your right hand and place it on your heart. Just say the affirmation, Mother Kundalini, I am the Spirit. I am the Spirit. Right, now take your right hand on the left side and just below the rib cage, just press in. And at this point we'll say the affirmation, Mother, I am my own master. I am my own master. Mother, I am my own master. Right, now take down that hand on the left hand side where the your leg joins the mass of your body. So just below the belt line. Just press in a bit there. And here we say the affirmation, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. Please give me the pure knowledge. You can say this 6 times. Please give me the pure knowledge. All affirmations are said from the heart with your desire. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge. All right, now take that right hand and place it on the left-hand side, just below the rib cage. And here we affirm, Mother, I am my own master. There's 10 valencies, 10 Adi Gurus, so just say, if you can, that affirmation 10 times. Mother, I am my own master. I am my own master. We're going to take that right hand and place it on the heart on the left-hand side, where the heart is. And here we say the affirmation, Mother, I am the Spirit. Say that with confidence. Mother, I am the Spirit. You can say this 12 times to yourself. Mother, I am the Spirit. There are 12 petals to that chakra. Mother, I am the Spirit. Right, now let's take that right hand and place it where your neck joins your shoulder and turn your head to the right, slightly to the right. So your hand is pressing or grasping just where the neck joins your shoulder. And here we say, Mother, I am not guilty. Those 16 petals to this chakra. So if we could say that 16 times. Mother, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Feeling guilty is just the myth. Doesn't do you any good. So we say the affirmation. Mother, I am not guilty. And this will help you feel the vibrations, clearing this chakra. Mother, I am not guilty. Right now, take your right hand and just grasp your forehead with the palm of the right hand, and then just gently rest your head into the palm. So from left to right, you're grasping your forehead. And here we say the affirmation: Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. I forgive myself, everybody, and everything. From your heart, I forgive. So we enjoy the tremendous power of forgiveness. All right, and now we place that right hand at the back of our head. And we just gently raise our head towards the sky. And here we ask forgiveness for any mistakes we made. Mother, please forgive me for any mistakes I made against my spirit. Whether it was knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. So we're only human. We made mistakes. So as we forgive others, we ask forgiveness for ourselves. Please forgive me. From your heart, please forgive me. Please forgive me. All right, now we stretch our fingers. So there's gaps between our fingers on the right hand, and we place it on the fontanelle, that soft spot that pulsates when you're a baby, and just press down onto that spot and just turn your scalp clockwise. And if you have listened to a Sahaja Yoga self-realization process before, just say, please strengthen my self-realization. Please strengthen my self-realization. If it's the first time, say, please give me my self-realization. Give me my awakening, my connection. So you're turning clockwise, pressing down, and then you just raise that hand above the fontanelle. You may feel some cool when you did that, or some heat. Doesn't matter. As long as there's something happening. And you just put your attention there, above the fontanelle. You take your right hand down, and you just try seeing if there's something different with the left hand. Just keep your attention there. Take your left hand back again. Just enjoy the silence. If there's a thought, just let go of it, forgive it. Now with your attention there, so your attention is coming from your liver, and it's sort of an effortless attention. We'll listen to the video, then the soothing raga for opening the Sarasara chakra, that crown chakra, and then we'll listen to another video, and then we'll close off the meditation.
An awareness which is not yet complete. The completion of human awareness can only be achieved if he reaches the absolute point. Supposing you have not reached the absolute point, then whatever you are talking is relative. Relative to relative creates confusion. So the idea of righteousness, idea of holiness, idea of sin, everything is relative. You have to reach that absolute point by which you judge whether it is holiness or not, whether it is sinful or not. That we have to reach. That absolute point is within us, placed in our heart, which is called as the Spirit and is the reflection of God Almighty. In Sanskrit language it is called as Atma. That Spirit resides within us. It watches all our activities. It knows everything about us, and it informs. The lowest chakra there, which records everything that we do, all our conditionings, all our ego trips, to that 3.5 coiled energy which we call as Kundalini. Kundalam means coils. This is the Kundalini as called as the serpent power. Now horrible things have been said and written about Kundalini. When I even heard about it, I was really shocked. The naive description of it. I've always said that it is like a villager going in the city and putting both the hands into the plug and saying that electricity I know, don't tell me about it. See what happens? It gives you a shock and you just fall back and you break your neck. Those who do not know about Kundalini have written about Kundalini because this is the only area where nobody can control you. You can write anything about God, against God, or do whatever you please. Who can check you? There is no law which forbids. You can write about Kundalini whatever you feel like. She is your mother. She has been born with you several times. She is the one who is going to give you realization. And do you think your Kundalini is going to harm you by any chance? Is going to torture you? Is going to trouble you? And if you have to achieve the highest through the divine love of God, Is it going to be torturesome? Did you get this nose and these eyes and mouth and everything that you have as a human being out of some tortures? You never even felt how it has happened. How gentle it is, how kind it is. It is your mother who is sitting there waiting for a moment to rise. Now the whole thing sounds very poetic to a scientific mind. But poetry is also a part of human beings. If it sounds poetic, it is the poetic work of the Kundalini. God is not only science, He is also beauty. He is not only dry truth, He is also joy. He is joy. He is joy because He is truth. He is truth because He is beauty. So when the Kundalini rises within you, through these 6 centers that are shown here, it pierces this area which is called as the fontanelle bone and gives you self-realization. This is called as baptism. You cannot go to a theological college and become a Baptist. Nobody can brand you a Baptist. You have to be realized. This fontanelle bone area has to be pierced through by the Kundalini. Then only you become one with the all-pervading power, with that subtle power. It has to happen. This germination has to take place within you. You are still at a seed stage, and just by branding a seed, you do not become a tree. So, it has to happen within us. Mine has to happen beautifully and spontaneously, because it is a living process of evolution. We have evolved into human beings from amoeba. Nobody has done anything about it. And we are not going to do anything about becoming that for which we are made. Somebody who has created this machinery is going to put you through to the mains if he wants to use it. But in between there's a little problem. Everything was ready, just perfect, just to be connected to the mains. But the instrument was given the freedom to choose. That is important for evolution. Very important that you should be given the freedom, a complete freedom to choose whether it is right or not, wrong. Nobody can force that onto you. In all your freedom you have to choose whether you want to enter into the kingdom of God or not. Nobody going to force you there to enter. It has to be your desire. It has to be your asking. And for that, freedom has been given. To use these 2 powers of your desire and of your action, which gives you the idea of your accelerator and of your brake. To know how to drive your own car, so that the master behind it hands over the keys to you and car to you. It It was necessary for you to learn these two powers to be managed, but in your freedom and in understanding yourself, you have committed mistakes. You have bumped your cars too much. It was said that keep in the center. Do not go too much left or to the right, or you'll get into bumps. Either you went into the left or to the right. And when you tried to correct your right, you went into the left, to another extreme. To correct to the left, you went to the right. By going to the extremes, you will be bumping your car. And this is exactly what has happened to us. Doesn't matter. The car has to be repaired. It has to be done. Little patience can work it out. There's nothing to get annoyed with oneself. When the car starts, it goes very fast. Then you should know how to slow it down, how to organize it. Then you have to become the authority yourself of discrimination. I don't have to tell you that this is not good or that is not good. How is it possible? Because you become one with the divine. You become one with the primordial being, with the great being, with the Akbar. And you start acting according to that. Just is a subjective manifestation of your awareness takes place, by which you understand what's wrong with you and what's wrong with others. It is so precise and correct. You just feel on your hands, on your fingers as shown, all the centers that are within you, which are created out of different elements. Immediately you know what is in imbalance, what is more, what is less, left is more or right is more, what is wrong with you. Even a born realized child, say of 2 years, who can talk, can tell you what's wrong, because subjective, you start feeling it. This is happening, that is happening. All this understanding comes to you because it is self-knowledge. But when you know about yourself, you also know about others, because you jump into collective consciousness. You jump into, I say, you become collectively conscious. It is not, I say, we are all brothers and sisters, you see. Have United Nations for it. And use it for giving jobs to everyone. It's not that way. It's an actualization that takes place. You just become jolly well, you'll have to feel it. You cannot get rid of it. It becomes your awareness. You just feel it. And that's how you correct it. Everybody is a part and parcel of that great being. As this finger can feel this finger, and as when it is hurt, this finger goes to soothe it, in the same way the whole is more important than individual. So when we are seeking our wholesomeness, we have to know only through self-realization, by becoming one with the self, you are going to get it.
Most of you are Sahaja Yogis here. I think some new people have come, have they? Who else is there? Yeah, Suman is there. Yeah. Now those who have got realization, those who have felt the vibrations, must know that they are now developing into another being. The germination has started, and you must allow the germination to work out its own way. But normally, when we get realization also, we do not realize that it is a tremendous thing that has happened within us. That this triggering, which is an impossibility, has taken place within us, and it has to work out slowly. It has to develop and evolve us into that. And because we do not feel it, we do not take it that seriously as we should, our realization. Moreover, you are surrounded by people who have not felt the vibrations. They do not know this area. They have never seen it. As Guru Nanak has called it, it is alakha. They have not seen it. They don't know about it. They don't know there is a power of God that exists, which understands, coordinates, cooperates with you, which is working in the collective being, which makes you aware of that collective being and of others also. This alakha, or we can call it aparoksha, which is not seen by anyone, which no one knows about. They talk about it. They talk about kingdom of God. They talk about God's powers, divine power. It's all talk, 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 talk. But once you are triggered into it, you have to grow into it. Unless and until you grow into it, you will be dwarfed. Especially for people who have come from fake gurus and from false things that they have been following. They don't know how terrible these things are. Like you are in a crocodile, and suddenly you discover it's a crocodile. How fast you would run from that? But even the understanding that it is a crocodile and it is going to eat you off doesn't come up so easily. Are you going? All right. All right. So, bye-bye. And as I have told you, you tell your sister. You have to form the nucleus and you have to write to me about it. And that you have to work out very well there. All right? You tell her what I have told you about Ireland. All right. May God bless you. Bye. Jim, are you going to? All right. So this one doesn't realize also. As you do not realize that triggering, which is the most difficult thing, has happened to you. It is difficult. But it has happened to you. You know why it has happened. You take that one for granted, and also you take the devils for granted. At least don't take the devils for granted. Run away from them as soon as possible. Meditate, meditate, and try to establish yourself in the realm of divine love. I say it is divine love. You cannot understand what is divine love is. You cannot understand any human being who loves you only for love's sake. Just because that person loves you, he goes on loving because he enjoys that loving. In Sanskrit it is called avyaj, that there is no interest. Avyaj. It's just flowing. Even when it corrects you in love. And the protection of divine love is the only way you are germinating. That love gives you that warmth needed, that strength needed, that confidence needed. Everything is given to you by that divine love. So, one has to realize that it is love, and love, and love is the basis of all this creation. God has created this world, this universe, only because He loved. And He wants to bestow this blessing on you because He loves you. But how far you love yourself is the problem. How far you understand yourself is the problem. You do not evaluate yourself. And that is the reason why, though the Kundalini has risen and you have got realization, your vibrations are flowing, the growth is very slow. Because attention has been outside. And even after realization, it is outside. Sometimes it is sucked in, again it goes outside. Then we do not change our old habits at all. We go on sticking to those old habits. Our structure of life, our styles of thinking continue to be the same. Again we find ourselves lost into the same shambles. Now Sahaja Yoga gives you realization, all right. But also it gives you a long rope to hang yourself. If you do not pay heed to yourself and to your being, if you don't love yourself and understand that you are the instrument of God by which for the first time you are going to give realization to people. You are going to save people from getting drowned. And this is the first time you are made like that. This capability you never had and no human beings have, which you have got now today. Very few people had this capability. Very, very few people. But now you have got that capacity. And you do not want to evaluate yourself. How important it is. If you could realize, then you would work it out. Allow the blossoming to come up. On the contrary, I find, today because you are all Sahaja Yogis, I can talk to you like this. Normally it is about Kundalini and all that, but I find that you do not see the movements of your Kundalini. If you try to understand, she's the one who loves you the most. Because she's your individual mother. And if you try to follow her, you will see that she's suggesting where is the problem with you. What you have to correct. What you have to do. Because she wants to perfect you. She wants to help you. So if you start watching it carefully, with love, with understanding, she's very playful, extremely sweet, full of beautiful plays like a little child. She will tickle you here and there, call for your attention. She doesn't trouble you. You have to be just alert about her. And she really matures you. You have seen people with time how they have matured. But you have to pay attention to her and to yourself. Otherwise, what is your value without enlightenment? What is the value of a human being without enlightenment? What is the use of having human beings if they are not enlightened? What is the use of this instrument if it is not put to the mains? The rest is all useless, isn't it?
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for your divine wisdom and your talks. So with our attention above the fontanelle, just absorb all the things that we've heard today. Let's ask our Kundalini to bring out the strength within us so we can understand ourselves. To bring out the strength within us so we can love ourselves. And be attentive to the Kundalini within us. And her caring messages. To correct ourselves. To go deeper. To go deeper inwards. So now we'll close off the meditation by just raising the Kundalini and tying a bandhan. Thank you very much for joining us. One way we can better feel the vibrations by just being collective. And when you're online, you're being collective by just joining with us for meditations and to listen to the talks. There are many resources. You can go to freemeditation.com.au or the Free Meditation Worldwide YouTube channel, or many other resources that emanate from around the world, from the Sahaja Yoga community. And don't forget, we've got on Mondays, we have Learn to Meditate from our Canberra brothers and sisters, which is at 6 p.m. Sydney time. And we're here on Wednesdays, webcasting from Perth at 10 p.m. Sydney time. It's really great to enjoy your company, and we'll see you next week. Close out with a bit of outro music. Thank you, Mitya, for helping us today. It was great again. And we'll see you again. Shri Mataji.
It was amazing how these people are bubbling with enjoyment that today is my birthday. In the same way, please consider that every day is your birthday, that you have to raise your Kundalini all the time and keep the standard of your Kundalini higher and higher.
Jago kundalini ma, jago kundalini. jago